Hello guys, hello family, hello friends. This is Dr. T. Welcome to Clinical Medicine with Dr. T. So guys, in this video, we are continuing with our ECG series. You know guys, people have been asking me to cover ECG basics since last year. So finally I've decided to actually do it, and it's going to be a long series. We're going to do it in it's a very big animal, but we're gonna chow it in small pieces, and I hope by the end of the series everyone will be confident and will not shy away and run away from doing ECGs and interpreting ECGs. So I hope that if you'll be watching this video, I hope that you have already watched the other 3 videos that we have done up to this far. So the first video that we did was the placement of the correct placement of the leads. Then we did determining cardiac axis, and then now we're gonna be doing the rate. So yes, we've already done the rate. This is gonna be part 2 of how to calculate the heart rate of a patient from the ECG strip, right? So this is just part 2. We're continuing from there. So we said that whenever we approach, whenever we are given an ECG strip, this is what we always gonna do. This is what I always do. The first thing is to quickly, this is repetition of the other video, but I'm just gonna be brief here. So the rhythm, quickly assess whether the rhythm is regular or irregular. Whether the rhythm is regular or irregular. And I said that there are a lot of methods that you can use to quickly figure this out. There are a couple of methods that you can use. So what you can do, if you've got a ruler, you can just put a ruler across there and count how many centimeters or millimeters, and keep in mind how many millimeters, and then you measure the next interval and compare and see if they are the same or what is happening, right? We don't always carry rulers with us. So what I suggested is that you do what I always do. I just take a small piece of paper. I put a piece of paper across like that. Then I make markings where, so I just make markings next to the RR interval. And then I just slide my paper to the next RR interval, slide it to the next, and see if my dots, they are always aligned with the RR interval throughout. Then I know that that's a regular rhythm. So the heart rate is regular here. So, and if that does not happen, I know that it's irregular. So why is that important? It's important because the method you're gonna be using to calculate your rate, it depends on whether it's regular or irregular, the rhythm. And in that other video, I did explain that. I'm not gonna repeat what I said in that video, but briefly I said, if you want to calculate a patient's heart rate, and then you do this, and then you figure out that okay, the rhythm or the pattern of the rhythm is actually regular, then you've got 2 options there. There are 2 methods that you can use to calculate the heart rate. And I said that you've got the 300 method and the 1500 method. I explained on that video, part 1 of this video. Please watch that video first and then come to this one. So, but I didn't say anything about when it's irregular. I just mentioned that when it's irregular, you can't use these two methods, because these two methods, let's say like if you use the 300 large box method, there might be 4 large boxes on this one, then there might be 3 on this one, because the heart rate is irregular, or there might be 6 there, or there might even be 5. So it means if the heart rate is irregular, or the rhythm is irregular, and then you decide to use 4 boxes, then it means you have just calculated the heart rate for this section, but not for the entire 1 minute. So you cannot use these two methods here. So which method must you use? I said it's the 6-second method. That's what I want us to talk about in this video. And remember, the last thing that I said, the first 3 things that I said we must always do. So here is the determining the axis. So we have done a video on axis. Now we're doing a video on rate. We're gonna do a video on rhythm, like more detailed, but this is just brief. Okay, now what do you do? What you must do is go to your ECG and go to the rhythm strip. The rhythm strip is nothing other than lead 2. It's lead 2 that has been recorded for 6 seconds. Most of in fact, all of the other leads, like lead 1, even lead 2, there are 2 lead 2s in an ECG. There's a lead 2 that is like 3 seconds, just like the other leads, like V1, V2, V3, V4, V5. They're about 3 seconds. But the rhythm strip is the longest strip. The tracing is the longest, so that's the rhythm strip, and it's usually lead 2. So you're gonna find this lead 2 that is very long there, right? Nothing is drawn to scale here, guys. Let's say this is our rhythm strip. So let's say that's our rhythm strip. So like we said, the rhythm strip goes on for 6 seconds. That's very important. That's what we know. So how can we confirm that the rhythm strip that we are looking at is actually 6 seconds? There are 2 ways you can do that. You can confirm that. If you are in doubt, let's say your rhythm strip looks very long. For some reason, it looks weird, or to you it looks short, and you want to confirm, because it's important to make sure that you're going to be using 6 seconds for this, because it's a 6-second method. So you want the rhythm strip to be 6 seconds. So there are 2 ways you can confirm. The first method is just target 1 R wave. From that R wave, count the number of big boxes. Count the number of big boxes. Those big boxes should be 30. If it's really 6 seconds, it should be 30. So for you to have the appearance of 30 big boxes in a line like that, then it takes about 6 seconds for that to happen. So there must be 30. But if you decide to calculate the small boxes, then there must be 150. Right? So basically, this is what we are talking about. So if this is a big box, this is another 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 big box, big box, big box, big box, big box, big box, big box. You just calculate, you just count them, not calculate, count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, up to 30. Where it gets to 30, let's say 30 is here, you just make a mark there. Then you know that's where your 6 second ends. Right? So, and also, if you can actually calculate the small boxes there, the small boxes, there will be 150, because remember, one big box which looks like this, is actually equals to 5 small boxes. We're not talking about the square area there, because if you were to multiply, if you wanted to find out all the, I mean, there's 5 boxes this side, 5 boxes here, 5 boxes here. So to count the total, to get the total number of all the boxes there, is going to be 5 times 5, which is about 25 small boxes. But what we are calculating here, we are calculating along the horizontal. So there are 5 small boxes that actually make up a big box in the horizontal plane. So, which means if one big box is equals to 5 small box, then 30 big box will be equals to 30 multiplied by, so if you want to find, so if you want to get the small box, you've got 30 big boxes. To get small boxes, you can multiply 30 by 5. That will give you 150. So that's where all of that's the relationship between these two numbers. So like I'm saying, if you count these big boxes, there should be 30 if it's a 30, if it's to confirm that it's a 6 second strip. If you don't want to count the, I always keep saying calculate. If you don't want to count the big boxes, then you can count the small boxes, but they must be 150 for you to say it's actually 6 seconds. That's how you confirm. But now let's say I have confirmed, I'm happy that okay, this is from this R wave to this R wave, I know that there are 30 big boxes and 150 small boxes. But what do I do with that? There is nothing that you do with that. You just confirm that it's actually 6 seconds. So the next step now, you're gonna count the QRS complex or the R waves. So how many R waves are from here to here? So here we've got 1. So we've got 1, we've got 2, we've got 3, we've got 4. So you've got your R waves are equals to 4. But remember, this is a 6 seconds. But our heart rate should be in 1 minute. So which means for us to get the heart rate over a minute, we have to multiply this 4 by 10. So which means the heart rate of this patient is actually 40 beats per minute. Let's say the R here, these are the R's that we have. So this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So it's going to be 9 times 10, which is 90 beats per minute. So this is there. This is what is called the 6 second or the 6 seconds method, used when the heart rate is irregular. So guys, I hope you love that. I hope you like it. I hope you're gonna subscribe, you're gonna comment, you're gonna like. So never again are we gonna have issues calculating the heart rate of a patient. Never again are we going to have issues figuring the axis, the cardiac axis of a patient. Never again are we going to struggle with those kind of things. Thank you.